Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Curious Blend. I'm your host, Keller Davis, the owner of Createscape Coworking here in Austin, Texas. And Curious Blend is a show where we talk to really interesting people here at Createscape and the community and interesting, curious minds here. So I'm very excited to be welcoming Joey to the podcast today. He's in charge of 5D realities, and he's a video game designer. So thank you for being here with me today, Joey.
Oh, no problem. My pleasure.
So to start off, I just kind of wanted to ask, like, kind of how you originally got interested in video game design. Have you always been a gamer?
Yeah, I've always been into video games ever since a young age. And I always wanted like a computer when I was younger. And my mom never, I finally talked her into getting me a computer. And then once I had that thing, I was just on there all the time.
I was the same way.
Yeah. Just playing different video games, whatever games I can get a hold of, and then then I got an Xbox or whatnot, and then but it's interesting. The older I get, the less games I play, mainly because don't have too much time.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, definitely when I was younger. Yeah, I was a gamer for sure.
I'm a little surprised you didn't start earlier. Like, did you do N64 or anything before that, or place?
I wanted an N64, but my parents wouldn't let us get.
I see. Okay, yeah.
But then like the neighbors would have one, or our cousins or whatnot, so play there. But then finally, as I got older into middle school, high school, I think got an Xbox or something. But
Nice.
yeah,
Those are great systems.
yeah, a lot of Halo. Yeah,
Yeah, when I very first was getting like my first Game Boy, or like my parents were very concerned about video games, and so they were like, they basically made me agree that for every minute I played my Game Boy, I would have to like spend some time outside, like for the equal amount. That was like kind of our little agreement with one another.
you got to get good grades.
Yeah.
As soon as too much time on there, cut it off. Yeah. Yep.
So how did you end up starting 5D realities then?
It's kind of a long story, but so one of the games I was always interested in and I spent the most time on was Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah, okay.
It was for the computer, and I was always into flying, or airplanes and gliders, and make a lot of model airplanes and paper gliders and whatnot. And then I got into that game. I'm like, wow, I can fly virtually, and then got into that game. And then long story short, I ended up making some like content for that game, like add-ons or whatnot. And I had messaged the developers. He had a blog, so I was like talking to him like, oh, how do I do this? How do I add this to the game? And he was helping me out. And then he's like, by the way, we have a game design position open at Microsoft, working on the game. If we see you're building some content for it, so if you're interested, come in for an interview.
Oh,
And
wow.
I was like, second year of college, so I'm like, heck yeah, that's my dream job. So yeah, went in for an interview there. Ended up getting the job, so I spent a couple years working on my favorite game, and that was like a dream come true. And so that got me into the video game sphere. Kind
Yeah.
of learned the in and outs of the industry, what it takes to make a game. But I was a game designer there, working on challenges, so building missions and gameplay and whatnot. So yeah, that got me into developing games, and then we ended up getting laid off, and then I worked with my boss for a while on another company. Um, and then um, that was going well. We built some cool stuff there, but then I ended up getting pretty sick. Like my autoimmune disease really acted up, and I had to stop working, and I moved back to my parents' house.
For how long?
Uh, Probably a couple years.
Oh wow.
I was
Yeah.
back at home base, like
Oh,
pretty much bedridden kind of, but like I could still function. But that kind of reset everything, and that's when I started my company 5D Realities, and that's when I tried virtual reality for the first time.
okay.
Uh, yeah, but yeah, then I started my company basically at my parents' house, just kind of like I could just kind of do my own thing. I don't have to get stressed. I don't have to, go to the office or anything, and I can uh, work on my own stuff.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that you explored like virtual reality in a state when you were kind
Yeah,
of like, you know,
I was out of it.
bedridden and or
Better,
like
yeah,
at your parents' place. Like it's like I don't know, it's like a
yeah,
there seemed like there was like maybe like a need to really want to like explore outside of like just that room.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, yeah. I'm not sure what total. I think I just said watch like a YouTube on it was like the Oculus
Mm-hmm.
was
Yeah.
it was like a Kickstarter at the time, and I'm like I just need to try this, and I think I had a buddy or a friend who had a headset or something, and I tried it, and I'm like, oh wow, like this is the future. I know I just gotta build something for this, like, and I could take my time learning a new game engine and everything, and kind of go at my own pace. But that's how I got into virtual reality, and then starting 5D realities. Yeah,
Oh, that's so cool.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's yeah, no, it's an interesting journey. I mean, so like what year was this that you were starting it off? Like
I think 2015, 16
okay.
is when I
Yeah.
like registered the company.
So about a decade.
About a decade, yeah.
Cool. Well,
It's a
congrats
long
on
time.
that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then basically I remember building a couple interesting prototypes, different VR experiences. But then my first game I launched was called Glider Island, and that was like a flying game, but it was really like arcadey,
Mm.
like like a game. Like it wasn't a simulation. It
Like
was like
you're trying to get points and
yeah,
or something. Yeah.
yeah, Glider Island. You basically you have different islands you can choose from. One was like a volcano island, one was like
Okay.
a desert island, and the forest island. But yeah, you would just launch a hang glider, and then the hang glider had rockets on it, rocket boosters. So then you had to fly around the island and collect or fly through hoops, and then you could collect more rocket boosters. So you had to really like plan your path uh, through the level and try to get all the hoops in the fastest time possible.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, then we had a lead. I had a leaderboard, so you can track your score every month against all the other players.
Oh, so you played like online or against other people?
It wasn't multiplayer, but we had the leaderboards,
Okay.
so you can log in the next day. You'd be like, "Dang, like, this guy beat my score like on Forest Island, so I got to play again." And then I think I had a bunch of arcades using it, like virtual reality arcades. It was a cool flying experience. Like
Wow.
that was kind of my goal, was to create like the ultimate flying experience. So like you feel like you're laying down on a hang glider with the goggles on. And then yeah, and then I actually ended up building a contraption that you lay down in and
While playing the VR
while
game?
playing the
Wow.
game. Yeah.
So like just full immersion. Like
Yeah, I was going for the full immersion effect, like, and then we had a fan blowing in front of you.
wow.
Yeah, and then I
That is
think
really cool.
yeah. Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, I built two prototypes. The second one, well, the second one I built in the front yard of my parents' house. It was like all wood. It kind of looked like this medieval like like device you hang in.
Yeah.
But that, and we ended up putting that in a virtual reality arcade in Seattle, and it was operating for a while in Ballard in Seattle
Okay.
with my game running on it. And then I worked with an actual like a hardware designer, and we built a more intricate one. And that one went into another arcade in Bellevue in Seattle, and that was running for a couple years.
Like an arcade that anyone could have access to and or like they paid to come in or was it
Yeah, they're like I don't know if you heard of virtual reality arcades.
No, I mean I've been to like pinballs in places around town, but I haven't seen a VR
Yeah, I think the
one.
one in Austin is like Sandbox, is like an
Oh, okay.
arena-based one where you put the headset on and you could walk around with other people.
I see. Okay.
But I don't know, there's not so many VR arcades active these days. It was kind of when it first came out, like 2018,
Okay.
19. There was a lot of pop-up uh locations you can go to, and then you could pay like $30 for an hour in virtual reality, and you could go with your friends or like
Hmm.
birthday parties or that kind of entertainment thing.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, there's an arcade in Ballard in Seattle and Bellevue in Seattle, and then yeah, I had my hand gliding apparatus sitting in there that people could fly.
Have you been hang gliding before? Like,
Never have, no.
okay.
Not hang gliding. I just
Yeah.
did paragliding,
Okay.
no. But yeah, I've never done hang gliding, no.
Okay.
I just kind of researched it online,
Yeah.
like
You were wanting to do something different than like a flight simulator. But you wanted it to be like kind of POV style.
yeah, like Flight Simulator is like a big game,
Yeah.
like, and I'm not gonna really compete with like a bunch of flight simulators already in
Right.
existence, but there's not many hang gliding simulators,
Yeah.
and it's very easy to develop, right? You don't have to develop the gauges like on the aircraft and everything. It's just like, okay, it's just a fixed wing delta with a handlebar, and you're laying down, and
Right.
easy to create, easy to model.
Yeah.
Not too much to it, and it really gets the that flying sensation as well.
Hmm.
Yeah.
That's interesting that you had the full model there. I guess that you could like really immerse yourself in the experience with. Because
Uh-huh.
there was like a couple short films that I saw that I think were done by um I'm blanking on the name of the production company, but it was basically like a VR short film
Oh yeah.
that
Uh-huh.
you like one was like and both of them were horror films. So one of them you sat in
Oh
a
yeah.
wheelchair that like rattled while you were
Oh.
being like taken through a insane asylum and there was like
Oh wow.
monsters everywhere and stuff like
That's
that. So it
cool.
kind of felt like you were really being like
Yeah, that
pushed
sounds
around.
intense.
Um, and then there was another one that was like you had to lay down in a coffin with a VR set and they closed the
Oh,
coffin and basically it was like you were experiencing this thing as if you were like dying and then like coming back to life.
interesting.
I don't know. It was
I would have liked to try that. Was
yeah.
that here in Austin?
It was for Fantastic Fest. Like at the Alamo Draft House, they had like a
Oh.
little pop-up thing in the lobby just where you could test it out. But I thought it was
Oh.
really neat.
How
Like
long ago was that?
it was at this point it was probably like 8 years ago, like
8 years ago. Okay,
something
yeah.
like that. It was a while. It was probably around what
Yeah,
you
it's
were
probably
saying, like
around then.
2018
Yeah,
or
yeah,
what?
2018,
Yeah.
2019. Yep, yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, same kind of thing. Yep, yep. But yeah, I was really focused on the flying part.
Yeah.
But yeah, there are a lot of different interesting ones out there, like you're saying, like the horror centered VR games and shoot the zombie ones and
I played that one before,
okay, yeah,
or one of them before. Yeah, it freaked me out a
yeah,
little bit too much.
yeah. The zombie ones are scary. Yeah.
But yeah, I played your game and like it was pleasant to play. Like it was like fun and it was
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. There's yeah. The current simulator I have is not so much a game. It's just kind of like capture that sensation of flying.
Right.
Is
Yeah.
mainly I do have some game elements in there. Um, but yeah, it's really chill. It's a chill
Yeah.
game.
I mean, I'm someone who grew up playing The Sims all the time, so I didn't
Oh
really
yeah.
care about games as much that where
Yeah.
you had like a end objective. To me, just like
Yeah,
existing in the
open
world.
world,
Yeah, open
right?
world stuff was like my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, I played a lot of Sims too. I like the open world simulators. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roller Coaster Tycoon was another one.
Right. Right.
Yeah. No real like linear objectives you got to do, but a lot of different paths you can take. Open world. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like those games. Yeah.
Even games that I would play that did have linear objectives, sometimes I would just spend a long time just wandering around, like exploring like the areas.
Right, right, right. Yeah. Yeah. Kind of see what kind of stuff's on the side of the map and
Yeah,
everything.
exactly. Did you? So you had mentioned at one point that someone was using this as like training for that as well, like
Yeah.
paragliding or something as well.
Yeah, I got quite a few people using it for training for paragliding, yeah. So Glider Island was the game, was my first game, And then people who played, there's a couple people who played that are like, be cool if you like had more of a simulation experience, like instead of this arcadey thing, like
Mm-hmm.
can you make the hang gliding more realistic? So that kind of put like a challenge in my mind. I'm like, okay, yeah, I might try to do an actual simulator. And that's when I started Glider Sim
Mm.
a couple years. I think I started in like 2020, um, Glider Sim. And then that one, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna focus on the realism. So really simulating, and I started with paragliding, and then researched a bunch of videos on YouTube, and like released a demo, and then got feedback, and then finally put it out on Steam. And then real world paragliding pilots were like, "Oh wow, this is really realistic. Like we can practice our landings and everything. Can we use it for training? You know?"
That's the best feedback.
Right, yeah. I'm like, yeah, go for it, you know. But yeah, I'll sell like a commercial license now
Right.
for people who want to use it for training, and I have kind of a separate, I call it the Pro Tools. They could, you know, set it up more for a commercial, professional training environment
Hmm.
if they want to. Because yeah, you can of course try it at home. Uh, yeah, Glider Sim on the MetaQuest or Steam, and then,
Oh,
but
oh, anyone can download it right now,
oh
or
yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah.
cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's been available on Steam, and I released it on Steam first. Do you know Steam?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it's been on there for a couple years. It's still in early access. So like early access meaning it's like not finished yet
Okay.
because I just keep adding more and more features. But it's been on there a couple years, and I think it's coming on 2 or 3 years on the MetaQuest platform. So yeah, anyone with a VR headset, with a
Cool.
MetaQuest headset can buy it.
And like you said, you're still working on it. Does that mean like if you download it, it just auto updates?
Yeah,
Or yeah, okay.
it's like an iPhone app, pretty
Yeah,
much. You
okay,
know.
got it. Cool.
Yeah. So once I try to put an update every month or so, and then yep, if you have it, you get the latest updates. And yeah, yeah. The cool past year, I hooked up Google Earth, and that's really kind of made it blow up a little bit.
Really?
So that yeah, that's been a cool new feature. You can fly anywhere in the world, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Didn't you say that you flew somewhere around Austin or
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Austin's got good scenery. Any major city in Google Earth is pretty well modeled. They have like good photogrammetry, so
Yeah.
you can hop in the game, go to wherever you want, and then launch your paraglider. Or I got a paramotor, got the trike in there now. If you want something fast, we got speed wing.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, yep, yep, yep.
D do you know how often they update Google Earth?
Google Earth.
Yeah.
I think they update it pretty often.
Okay.
Probably every month or so, because
Oh, okay.
there's someone always like reporting like, whoa, this area on Google Earth got updated with new scenery.
Yeah.
And I think the photogrammetry technology they're using is becoming more prevalent and easier to do.
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be like a new model. I noticed like Seattle just got a new model of photogrammetry.
Oh,
So I
cool.
think they update it like they'll do send an airplane over the city and do the LiDAR and everything, and then put their models up on Google Earth probably every like 6 months, I would say.
Wow.
They're updating a region, yeah.
So you've so 5D realities, you've kind of managed this business on your own,
Yeah,
more or less,
yeah.
right?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's just pretty much me,
Yeah,
and I'm keeping it kind of small just so I don't get too stressed or anything.
sure.
But as long as I can make enough money and kind of keep going on my own is the goal. I would like to grow it at some point, um, but I'm just kind of having a good time working at my own steady pace here.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is it hard to, or like I guess what challenges do you have when like balancing like running a business while also like kind of like the creative side of making video games?
Yeah, good question. I don't like the business side too much and like the marketing side, but yeah, I like the creative part,
Yeah.
the building, the being behind the computer, programming and whatnot. But yeah, I'll try to take a week out of the month and be like, okay, I'll focus on creating an ad or like doing some marketing, focusing on getting the income for the business.
Yeah.
Because I'll try to hit like a certain threshold for the month,
Right.
and then I'm like, all right, I gotta make a video here, run an ad, do some marketing work. Um, but yeah, and then learning about running a business and too, and keeping track of all the finances and learning all that stuff too. It's interesting. I don't really enjoy it too much, but gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably use AI as much as you can to help
Yeah,
help
yeah.
you
So
out as
I'll
an
I
assistant.
ask it a lot of questions. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's to me it's very like left brain, right brain, and like I had a video production company for a number of years where
Right. Yeah.
I was the stuff I enjoyed. In order to get to that, I had to kind of just force myself to kind of do the other administrative kind of
Yeah, you
tasks
got to
and
do
stuff.
the administration tax and yeah, you know.
Well, I wanted to shift gears for a second because I was going to
Yeah.
ask you about storm chasing.
Oh yeah.
I know. Well, I guess to people listening, can you tell me a little bit about kind of like your background in that and how you kind of got interested?
Yeah. So yeah, some people know here I'll like go hunt tornadoes or like do some storm photography when the weather's active around here. Um but yeah, what got me into it? I've always been like really fascinated with weather, and I've always like paying attention to the radar or whatnot. And
Mm-hmm.
then I grew up in Seattle. We would get like windstorms usually every autumn. We get some interesting weather,
Mm-hmm.
and then
And it's raining all the time, right?
it's raining all the time. Yeah, but I like would get in. I got into like the weather computer models, like forecasting. Like before I would just read the forecast on online or whatnot. Um, but then I'm like, oh, how do these guys predict the weather? And then I got into looking at weather models, which is I find pretty fun. Like you can look like 3 days out and kind of see where the storm's going. And like one model will show a big storm and the other model shows nothing, So it's like, ooh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah.
So that got me into meteorology. And then it wasn't till I was like 25 or something that I went out and did actual storm chasing in the plains. I just remember leaving. I was like talking to my boss. I'm like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go try chase tornadoes, this week. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah,
I probably had a similar reaction when you were telling me.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, I just kind of want to do it. I've always wanted to do it. I like watch the storm chasers online and different TV shows with the chasers in them. So I was kind
Yeah.
of getting an idea of what what you need to do chasing storms and
Yeah.
the process behind it. And
My only frame of reference is Twister and the
oh,
sequel.
it's a good frame of reference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it looks crazy. It looks fun though. So.
Yeah, it is pretty fun. Yeah. I would say the reason I do it is because like I'm actually kind of afraid of storms, especially when I get on a big one, I'm
Hmm.
like, what am I doing? Then you gotta outrun it.
Yeah, your videos that you've shown me, like you're very close,
Yeah, yeah, you gotta
or at least it looks like you are. So.
get up to that storm in order to see if a tornado's forming or whatnot. Um, but yeah, I mainly do it because I like looking at the weather models and I'm like, oh yeah, there's probably going to be a tornado within this region. And then I've always kind of liked finding the rare things, like I'd look for like gold or like gemstones.
Yeah.
So like tornadoes are kind of like that. They're really rare, right? And then to be there at the right spot at the right time to try to catch that rare thing is kind of another reason I do it. But yeah, both aspects, the weather models and then the thrill of trying to catch something rare.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it sounds like such a thrill, and there's also like obviously so much science it sounds like, to the process of you looking at the different radar models and stuff to kind of
Yeah,
examine that.
yeah, the weather models for sure. And then once you get out there, it's really it's nice to be out in nature, and there's a bunch of other storm chasers out there too. It's just not
I love that you're
really.
talking about a tornado and you're saying it's so lovely to be out in nature.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it really is though.
Yeah,
Like you'll get out into these places that like out in the boonies, and you're like, wow, it's like really pretty out here. Like
right.
especially springtime and in
Hmm.
the plains, a lot of wildflowers, and
Yeah.
you'll like Oklahoma and up the panhandle of Texas has some really cool like canyon areas. And yeah, there's been times where I'm like driving around and I'm like, wow, is this real life? It like feels like a video game, you know?
Right, right.
You got like, yeah, wildflowers and a nice paved road in front of you, and like, yeah, blue skies. But yeah, it's good to take a break once in a while and just head out there,
Yeah.
try to catch some interesting storms.
That's so fascinating. Have like so you mentioned sometimes it's been kind of scary. Like have you been legitimately scared before
Oh
while
yeah.
doing it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're in danger?
Yeah, yeah, all the time. Like I'll get up on a storm, and then you're like, oh wow, this actually might go tornado warned, and then my adrenaline kind of kicks in. It's like, oh
Mm.
yeah, I'm like in a tornado warning. Then the alarm goes off, on your phone or whatnot. You're like, all right, got to be careful. And then yeah, usually I'll get an adrenaline kick, and then uh yeah, many of the times I'm like, okay, this is looking pretty sketchy. I'm just gonna book it out of here, kind of get a distance from the storm in case something like drops on you. Or the scary part for me is actually the hail.
Mm.
Like I don't really like some chasers enjoy like breaking their windshield with
Why?
large hail, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm like, no thanks. I don't want to ruin my car,
Yeah.
or get a bunch of dents in my car. So, and there's always usually large hail around a tornado, almost all the time.
Okay.
So it's kind of being in that right location where you're not going to get hit by the hail, but you can see the tornado. But you only got a brief moment of time before you got to get out of there before the hail arrives and like
Yikes.
reposition. Yeah. So, yep, yep.
So maybe that's your next VR project is
Storm chasing
yeah,
game.
storm chasing.
Yeah, I've always wanted
That'd
to
be
make
cool.
like a storm chasing video game. Like that'd be pretty. There's
Yeah.
actually one that's really popular.
Is there? Okay, what's it called?
Yeah.
Unless you don't want to give them a shout out. So
No, they got like millions of users
okay.
actually. Yeah. It's like casual gamers will play it too.
Oh, okay.
And it has I forget the name of it, but just look like tornado chasing
Okay.
video game. And
Yeah, yeah.
it's funny they got
It's the
like
main one that comes up.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
They got all the models of like the different storm chasers out there. Like there's a
Oh,
couple
wow.
people with armored vehicles, like
Oh, it's based on like real people or
real
yeah.
chasers. They got the different storm chasing vehicles in the game, and then um, yeah, yeah, it looks like a pretty good game.
Yeah.
But yeah, someone already beat me to it.
Well, maybe your twist is like you're paragliding through it or something. Yeah.
Yeah, it could be.
It sounds intense.
Yeah, I do want to get good weather in my game. So maybe tornadoes in glider sim could be a thing.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
I mean, even if they're off in the background, it
Yeah,
still
right.
would be kind of I don't know, immersive and frightening.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I do want to get like real world weather in my game. So you could go to a location and it would like accurately represent the weather at that
Mm.
location. So yeah, you could have like an active storm in Texas and then go into glider sim and you would see it.
Oh, that would be wild.
That'd be cool. Yeah, that would kind of mix my gaming with weather.
Yeah.
I kind of have some ideas how to do it. Like I know all the weather models and those are easily accessible to download that data. So I could download the data and find a way to
Have it
build them.
animated or something.
Yeah, like I don't know, have the clouds forming at the correct location, and uh all the different weather variables, the winds at different altitudes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got too many other things.
Yeah, you have a lot on your plate.
Yeah, someday down the road, you know.
So you're also pretty interested in like emerging technologies and
Yes.
AI.
Yeah.
Um, what are you what are you the most kind of like, I guess, excited about or concerned about with it, all of that?
Yeah, I've always been into AI, and I remember like I would always talk to my friends about it, you know, like 15 years ago. I'm like, yeah, wait till AI comes around, you know, that's gonna change things
Mm.
up, you know. And I'm like kind of surprised it's like happening so quickly now.
Yeah.
And I've always been paying attention to it. A lot of my YouTube feed is like the latest AI news or whatnot, and I'm
Mhm.
trying to utilize it for my business and stuff. Um, uh, but yeah, it's interesting. I I don't know really where it's going or if it's gonna be like good for society or bad for society. I kind of remain on the hopeful side, uh, and try to, you know, utilize it to the fullest of my capabilities. But I think I think it'll be good for like creatives, like or like people like me who want to do like a small business and they don't
Mhm.
have the resources to like, you know, learn how to do something. But now they could just, you know, hop on AI and be like, what do I need to do to start this business? And then, um, yeah, I think it'll give rise to a lot of, you know, a lot more creative individuals and people starting, you know, small companies um, and the I'd say try to transition and utilize the technology because it's coming no matter what, you know.
Right. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I always like the people are like, "Oh, it's gonna steal my job," you know. I'm like, probably like eventually, but like if you start utilizing it now, learning how it works, you'll be able to like maybe, you know, transition to uh utilizing the tools and uh yeah, you might have to think about like uh where to you know, where to go and whatnot. Um but yeah, yeah, just try to utilize it to the and adopt it to the best of your capabilities with it.
Yeah, I think anytime that there's like a major technological advancement, there's,
Yeah.
you'll probably see like even like old newspaper archives of people being very like adamantly against whatever
Yeah,
that thing
yeah.
is until, like, I mean, I'm sure the microwave took away a lot of jobs, but,
Right, yeah.
but, it's like, I think with technology, it's like so much of how you're using it. And I think like it's,
Uh-huh.
I mean, kind of like a lot of the science fiction stories that we read or, absorb are about, especially if there's something that feels really disruptive, it's like, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
what are the questions you should be asking that are like related to the ethics of whatever this is? But either way, it's, yeah, it's coming towards you. So it's,
Right, yeah.
it's always,
Yeah.
progress is always going to be happening in that regard. So it's just a matter of
Yeah,
like putting those tools to use
yeah.
in a way that makes sense for you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, why waste energy fighting it if it's gonna come anyways? So just being on top of it, learning to adopt it is kind of all you can kind of do.
And kind of like what you're talking about with like business, like there's such a like democratization of like tools becoming more accessible like that
Yeah,
before like
uh-huh.
it's like the elites could only really use certain types
Yeah.
of technology or tools and stuff like that. And if it's like, I don't know, there's more power at our fingertips now,
Oh,
which
totally.
is pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, like if you want to create a movie or something now, you got all these AI tools on the tip of your fingers, you know.
Yeah, still
Before,
requires
like,
creativity, still
it
requires
still
ideas,
requires the
like
creativity, but I could see like, you know, it's already happening, like uh just individual creators like creating uh awesome media and whatnot and
mhm.
then receiving a bunch of income for that. Like before you need to create a studio and like have all this investment to buy cameras and everything or if you're making like a Hollywood movie that costs like millions of dollars, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see like a 15-year-old with a computer could produce like a Hollywood grade like short film
Yeah.
and um give so it'll give that power to the uh to the individuals, to the smaller companies.
Right. Yeah, like when I was a film student, I think like DSLR
Uh-huh.
cameras were kind of like the newest like camera technology that made it where we could, it felt like we could really like on a budget make
Right.
movies that
Right.
looked way better than like video cameras we had had before. And so I'm very curious how like n- you know, younger people growing up with this, how, like where their
Oh
creativity
yeah.
will take them as far as like, using like a whole lot more advanced tools than I had.
Totally. Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of interested too. Like what kind of new works are going to come about with all these new AI tools. But yeah, it's a tough one because it is really disruptive, you know. It's like,
Mhm.
wow, and it's moving so quickly and it's like um
That's probably the scariest part is like
yeah,
the
it is a
speed.
little
Yeah.
scary. Yeah. It's
Just
like
because I think not everyone's going to be ready for it all. So,
yeah, totally.
or is
Yeah.
already. So,
Yeah, I think we do adapt. Like humans are pretty good at adapting.
sure. Yeah.
Um but yeah, there will be a lot of disruption going on, but I I like to stay focused on the positive side of things. Don't
Sure.
linger
Yeah.
too much in the like, oh, it's like everything's changing so quickly. Like yeah, the negative attitude's not gonna get you anywhere or anything. So
Yeah.
that's the way I kind of function is like, oh yeah, this is scary, but things change and they're changing quickly. So just try to adopt them to, I mean, I'm a little afraid about like video games. Like there's the Veo 3, which is the world models coming out. And you could just have a picture of like the Grand Canyon or whatnot, and you could be like, I would like to fly a paraglider in that picture there. And the world model will generate that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and you can
That's
control the
wild.
paraglider too.
Wow.
So, and it's not using any game engine, like all the stuff I spent, years learning,
Mm-hmm.
becoming an expert at, like the Unity game engine. This isn't using any kind of game engine. The AI is just creating these world models, and you can prompt them to like throw you into any world, and then you could walk around that world, and uh, yeah, so that's interesting. I'm like, okay, yeah, that might take me out of business. A lot of the video game industry out of business if that becomes like a viable technology, which I think it will be in a couple of years.
Yeah.
But but yeah, and then at the same time, I'm like, well, I might be able to utilize that technology and put it into my game at some point. Um, I have this idea where like Google Earth is kind of like the scenery's good, right? But it's still like blocky and
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of grainy when you get close to it.
Right.
But I'm like, oh, might be able to take like these world models and throw a filter on the um on the Google Earth image and make it like high resolution, and then it would look photorealistic all of a sudden if you could throw an AI filter over the Google Earth.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of.
Just to add detail and make it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I kind of maybe I'll send you like a screenshot. You could throw it in the the episode or whatnot.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I kind of took some concepts, like just took a screenshot of the game, what it looks like, and then threw it into like Chat GPT. I'm like, can you make this photorealistic?
Hmm.
And then
Just like a single still, or
yeah, just
yeah.
a single still, and like boom, you get back like nice water effects, and all of a sudden the trees have the appropriate leaves and everything, and
Mm-hmm.
the lighting improves a whole bunch. And I'm like, okay, that that's like takes a couple seconds to generate right now, but it eventually will become real time, where you could apply that real time AI filter over the content coming from the game.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, just kind of keeping an eye on that. I
Yeah.
think it'd be pretty cool to utilize. Yeah. and I have some ideas with the AI for my game as well. Like I want to create like an AI tour guide using the language generation models, you know,
Oh,
like
okay.
ChatGPT or
Yeah.
whatnot. So it could be uh like you're flying over the state capitol building in Austin in the game, and then so it would throw like state capitol building, Austin, Texas, and then give me a historical overview um of that you know, the capitol building. And then so
Oh,
when you're
that
flying over, it'd be like, this is the the capitol building, and here's the history behind it and whatnot.
that would be fascinating.
Yeah, I think, yeah, lately I've been thinking I got kind of two separate audiences in my game, especially since I got the Google Earth in there. Um, there's like the explorers who just want to fly around and explore the scenery, which is pretty fun. Then you got the hardcore, um, you know, the hardcore simulator fans who want realistic paragliding and hang gliding or whatnot.
Yeah.
Um, I think there's a bigger market for the exploration though. So I'm brainstorming ways to reorganize the game to capture those casual users who wanna focus on exploration.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's one of kind of the ideas I have to kind of like bring some more of those casual users in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty cool too. Fly anywhere and get a, you know, virtual tour guide.
Yeah, that could really change the way that people who don't have the ability to travel all over, it could really change the way that they could really experience the world. I think that's really interesting.
Yeah, yeah, I'm excited where it kind of goes here. Um, but yeah, I kind of I mean, I do want to focus. I have like a lot of real world plans. Like, when are you gonna get the next paraglider in? When are you gonna get like skydiving in or whatnot? And I'm like, well, I kind of got to focus on this for. So, yeah, I think if yeah, focus on more the bringing more casual users in, I can open up the funnel to those more like what do you call it? Not as many people, but they still would pay for the content, the premium users, you know.
Right, right.
You got to open that funnel up. So, yeah, kind of focus on the casual first, and then later
Yeah.
add more premium content, more gliders, different aircraft or whatnot.
Yeah, I think your head's in the right place for the business side of all of that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one thing running a business, right? You're always like, how can I get more users? How can I keep the business going, expand the user base? Yeah, and then once you like get into making the business or executing your ideas, new ideas always come up to like to even expand that user base even
Right.
further, right? Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Well, yeah, we really want to do another demo of it at Createscape soon.
Yeah, we'll have the new I'm adding the ability to save sites right now
Okay.
because there's a lot of people, like I was saying, they find a cool place in the game and they're like want to share it with everyone else. So this last month I've been heads down kind of, you can now save a site and then it will be visible to all the other people to go click on that site and launch their aircraft from there.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, that should be up and running here in the next week. So yeah, it'd be good to have people test that out. And they
Yeah.
could see all the new sites coming in from different users. You know, click around the world, explore some cool scenery locations or whatnot.
Right. Yeah, I would love to play the new version soon.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to like next week or two
Yeah, we'll
probably.
set something up. So
Okay, okay.
that'd be great. So we're almost at time, but I did want to ask you what initially led you to Createscape?
So I remember I first arrived in Austin like 2020, or no, it was 2022. Yeah, it was well into the pandemic.
Hmm.
Uh,
All those years are kind of a blur. So
yeah. Yeah, and then I remember looking at different co-working places. Um, And then yeah, I think I went downtown to the Capitol Factory one. I
Mm.
was kind of interested, but I'm like, I don't want to go into like downtown in the middle of traffic every day and then pay for parking and everything.
Yeah.
And then I just walked into this place and it was pretty casual, pretty close to my place. Only like a 5-minute drive from my place.
Oh, I didn't know you were that close.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
just there, Riverside.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
And then yeah, free parking and everything, and the people seemed pretty chill, down to
Yeah.
earth. So I'm like, oh yeah, this is my spot.
That's awesome. Well, and that was, yeah, that was kind of a, like around that era was when it was like, I think when it was like a little bit harder to do like events and stuff because
Oh
of
yeah,
the of just pandemic stuff. But but yeah, like it was kind of like also around the time that we were starting to come out of it in some ways,
right.
and
Yeah, it
and
was.
people,
Yeah,
and there was like a, I think, a pent up like desire to be like social and like be in rooms together and all that. So
right. Yep, yep. Totally.
so you
Yeah, and
kind of got to see it right around that cusp, you know.
yeah, yeah. I remember I arrived and there had just been a big winter storm, and
Mm,
all the
yeah.
water was out, and like the power was out and everything.
Yeah. Anyone who's in Austin then remembers it well.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah, I think around that time you're right. Like everyone was ready to socialize and everything. And
Yeah.
yep. I'm like, yeah, and then I'm like I needed to get out of my house to have a place where I wasn't too distracted, kind of feel like I'm working. So that's why I like going to the co-working office, co-working space.
Yeah, for me it just helps a lot with being productive and focused in a space.
Yeah, yeah, totally. It kind of, yeah, it feels like you're living life more. There was a while where I just worked out of my house, and I'm like, I just felt isolated, no social, like needed more social activity,
Sure.
or
Yeah.
like just getting out there. I just need it. So,
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here. I'm so glad you're at Createscape, and I'm so glad that you've now been on the podcast. So,
all right,
yeah,
on the
thanks for taking the
podcast.
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Thank you.
well, thank you everyone for listening to another episode of Curious Blend. I really appreciate you tuning into this conversation with me and Joey. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to Curious Blend on our YouTube channel, Spotify, or Apple Podcasts so you can find us there. Thank you so much.